Most small garden layouts fail for the same reason, and it has nothing to do with how much space you have. It's about one planning mistake made right at the start. Today, I'm giving you the framework that makes any small garden work, whatever its size or shape. The best garden layout for a small space isn't a specific design. It's a set of 3 principles applied to your specific conditions. Get these 3 things right, and the rest of the decisions become obvious. Principle 1. Map before you plant anything. This sounds obvious, but almost nobody actually does it properly. Get a piece of graph paper or open Canva and make a simple grid, and draw your space to scale. Mark where your boundaries are, where the sun hits in the morning and afternoon, where water pools, and where foot traffic goes. That map is your decision-making tool for everything else. I've seen gardeners redesign their whole layout just from doing this exercise because they realized their tallest bed was shading half their growing space all afternoon. Principle 2. Use vertical space as aggressively as possible. In a small garden, your greatest untapped resource is almost always the vertical plane. A single fence panel with a climbing frame can produce more food or flowers than a square meter of ground bed. Beans, cucumbers, tomatoes, sweet peas, nasturtiums, all are natural climbers. Even in a purely ornamental garden, trained wall shrubs, espaliered fruit trees, and hanging planters can triple your effective growing area without taking a single extra square foot of ground. Principle 3. Think in zones and sequences, not individual plants. A zone is an area with a consistent function. One zone for cut and coming in salads, one for deep-rooted vegetables, one for perennials that don't move, one for annuals that rotate each season. A sequence is what happens in each zone over time. What comes first, what follows it, and what fills the gap in between. Once you zone your space, succession planting becomes natural. You're never staring at an empty patch wondering what to do with it. Put it together and you have a small garden layout that works. Map your space, exploit your vertical plane, zone by function, and plan sequences. The specific design, raised beds, borders, containers, or a mix, comes after these fundamentals, not before. Most people go to the garden center, buy what looks good, and then try to fit it all in. If you do it the other way around, you'll produce more, stress less, and actually enjoy being out there. Subscribe for the full small garden system. Every video in this series builds on the last. And the next one is about the layout mistakes that quietly destroy small garden productivity. Right now we're hosting a big giveaway, so check it out at the link below. And please do subscribe, and we look forward to growing with you.